Okay. I didn't ask anything about a homicide or Mr. Wilburn. I asked if you heard the lyric.
Future. She's stalking your ass too.
Yes.
Who is Mr. Wilburn? Like, why are you throwing out that man's last name like that? He said, "Do you know this lyric by Future?" As if everybody don't know Future make lyrics. Like, so why can't he say, "Yes, I know the song. No, I don't know the song." Well, Mr. Wilburn, when Mr. Wilburn, she on your ass. Don't post
Everybody.
block, figure out what pages she got. She probably got about 7, 8, 9 of them. Mr. Wilburn, that threw me off so bad. I already thought something was half wrong with it anyway. But I'm just like, why would you throw that? Like, why would we know him like that? Why can't he just be Future? That just let me know you watching him the same way you know everybody else's Instagram channel handles and everything else. Mr. Wilburn, they whole crazy.
Listen, after you gotta turn your echo off.
Oh shoot, hold on. Turning. Okay, it's off.
After seeing this obsession with YFN, YSL, why would she not be looking at Future? Why would Lil Baby be safe? Why would Rollo? Well, Rollo don't win already, but just saying, you know, it seems like she has a fascination, a fixation on these rappers who are from the inner city Atlanta, and it's really creepy.
It's like now you already watching these, like you already watching them.
It's
Why would
not
you
just
rattle
the
off?
rappers, it's the whole Atlanta. She want to see the whole Atlanta, including me, in jail.
Listen, I listen. If I never believed it before, and even before yesterday, this was 2 days ago, and I was like, I know she off. She throwed off. Because there's no way in the world that when somebody's talking to you about Future and music that you just rattle off his government name. That's not even a way we would recognize him. It wasn't until Max said, "Hold on, I ain't asked you about no Mr. Wilburn, no none of that. Like, where are you going with this? What is?" I was like, she's crazy. 2 days ago, I knew she was out of her mind. And when she said that man's name that has nothing to do with YFN, YSL, because at first she was answering with, "I know what it means for this case. I know he said it in his song." So it was just like, well, the people we investigated said this in their songs. And it was just like, okay, maybe you only know music pertaining to your cases. What case you got for this? Because you way too invested calling that man Mr. Wilburn on a Monday when he don't know you exist. If he don't know nothing,
he better know now. He better be on notice
right now. Don't post nothing but Bible verses in your grandma from now on. Wait till 5 minutes and 1 second and then start talking, because she'll make it up.
Yeah, I think he definitely should. Which, like, I feel like when the thug indictment came down, I feel like I saw on Twitter something. Oh, you know, it was just already a warning. If he needed another warning, here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. You literally need to be careful, because she will do whatever it is to make her story work. And my clip actually shows that she will do whatever it is. She's not going to investigate. She's going to come up with her own thing.
Listen, last night, I hate to say this, my friend's grandma love Woody. She been watching the dang on. So now that she know that I'm on that TikTok, and that, so she called me every time Woody do something. I said, I don't know what Woody's doing, okay? But she said, that girl play Pictionary. She just look at pictures and make up something. That's the imagination. She do that, and you do that in kindergarten.
I love it. Pictionary is perfect.
She playing Pictionary. I said, making it up, just making up a story as she go along.
I feel like that's what I really wanted to know. You know, oh my God, people were saying she's their ace in the hole. She's the smoking gun. Viverito's gonna pull it all together. I think she was their worst witness that from law enforcement, and for her to top Dennis, Underwood, and Thorpe, and halfway make them look like, even Hogan, halfway make them look like they did something was bad.
At this point, Quinn wasn't that bad, and he named somebody that wasn't even in the room and pointed them out. There you go, right there. They was all like, oh, don't point at me. That ain't me. I'll take Quinn right now. Like, this was probably the worst display of blatant bias ever. But when she said, if Mr. Wilburn, wait, this ain't none of Mr. Wilburn trial. Wait a minute. Who is Mr. Wilburn? I had to go look it up because I said, do what? Who now? That better not be Future's name. And sure as shit, if it wasn't, I said,
Oh, Twitter was like, did she just call out Future? She did.
And she
yeah.
did it with no shame, no second thoughts, no I don't sound weird, no confident.
That's my clip is actually. Are you guys ready for my clip?
I'm ready.
I'm
Okay, my
ready.
clip is actually the
This
Uzi
heifer need to be locked up.
in his forehead. And for me, guys, I chose this clip because I think we all thought she's just making up stuff is crazy, right? But for us to see in live time, her to be told, did you know this is actually what he was referencing, and her to say, I still would have done it in 4K was crazy. So that is my clip today. We are going to watch Detective Viverito. She is explaining why she highlighted Thug saying 24 M's on the N-word's head. We're going to watch that clip today.
A text thread between Mr. Wooney Lee and Mr. Williams, correct?
Correct.
And as part of this text thread, you draw the judge's attention to a specific line, correct?
I included that amongst other things in the affidavit, yes.
Well, there's one particular line that you put in a bigger font, and you also circled it, or it's circled, correct?
It's circled, yes.
Okay. And you circled it to draw attention to it, correct?
To what I was referring to, yes.
Yes. And the line that you circled,
Never a yes or no, y'all.
YSL rule the world, kid, 24M on an N head, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you wanted to highlight that passage said by Mr. Williams in the text thread, correct?
Correct.
You wanted to highlight that for the judge.
Amongst other posts, yes.
Okay. What was he referring to? Why did you feel it important to highlight 24M on an N's head to the judge?
Well, he's referring to YSL ruling the world
Yeah.
as an organization, and it could be a play on words or a play on things that have happened, saying 24M on a racial expletive head.
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to stop here and say, I don't know if you guys are watching because they definitely pointed it out on my live. Do y'all remember the jail call where they mentioned giving $80 for the stuff that happened to Lucci? I said, now it's no way you hear that call and see that they are going to give $80 for something like that, and then turn around, he gonna just put $24 million. It sounded absurd. And the fact that she actually was trying to say that, they have all this money, they're going to put 24M. What? These are the same men that can't make bond, can't pay for lawyers. Where Thug gonna spend his whole 24 million on? Okay.
24M on a racial expletive head. It sounds like Mr. Williams had money on someone's head.
It could be taken that way, yes.
It could be taken that way, and you highlighted it and circled it for the judge, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you believe that too. You wouldn't have misled the judge about what was being discussed, would you? You believed that to be a threat, didn't you?
I didn't say it was a threat. It's saying that he's willing to, that's how they talk. They'll talk about, they have the ability to put money on people's heads.
Okay. Mr. Kokomo, could you please publish Jeffrey Williams 3 and 4? Is that correct?
Max was annoyed here because of her answering. He's just like, man, can you please bring it up for me, please?
Okay. Could you please publish Jeffrey Williams 3? Oh, before you do that, in this thread that you highlighted in your affidavit to the judge, this thread between Wooney Lee and Mr. Williams took place on February 7th, 2021?
Correct.
Right, he's gonna play it over, guys.
Kokomo with volume.
And in the chat, hold up. Okay, y'all put a one in the chat if y'all remember when Uzi did this.
Yes. They gonna put 24M on the front of your head. Y'all young hoes get in line. Slime rule the world. Believe it. Y'all niggas out this motherfucker spending 24 million on their heads. They gonna put 24M on the front of your head. Y'all young hoes get in line.
That's my favorite part.
But he said on the front of your head.
On the front of your head.
And not be he said y'all ends out here snorting coke, putting 24 million on the front of your head.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it play so that you can see the picture and you cannot, we'll just talk over it. But yes, that he was very specific. He said young, I cannot say the word on here. I don't know. TikTok gave me a violation, so I'm scared to say it on here. But he literally said you putting it on the front of your head. He literally said that. And then when you look at, I'm like, girl, how did you get that? How did you get that? Okay, they said yes, you can. Yeah, how did you get that from what he said? So after we heard this, and let me go back to it, you will literally hear him explain it. Here he is.
$1 million diamond and that reference when you filled out this affidavit?
I did not, but I would still stand by what I put in the affidavit.
Okay, so you're telling me right now, on a sworn statement to a judge with knowledge that Lil Uzi Vert just got a $24 million diamond put into his head the days before Mr. Williams typed that, you would still put that quote, YSL ruled the world, 24 million on an N head in that affidavit?
Objection. They compounded made a mischaracterization.
Overruled.
The witness just said. Overruled.
I did not have knowledge of Lil Uzi Vert getting a diamond in his head.
Liar.
Okay, so all right, so let me ask that last question again. Instead of saying I would do it again, if you had knowledge that Lil Uzi Vert just got $24 million diamond in his head and that Mr. Williams was referring to that, would you still have put that in the affidavit?
Yes.
To mislead the judge?
Not misleading. May I explain?
May I explain?
Okay.
Girl.
What I'm saying is this social media direct message is different than what you see on here. Lil Uzi Vert, I don't remember, is a member of YSL. So I think it might be a new, like a term they're going to coin.
What?
Like wipe his nose, things of that nature. So 24 on somebody's head might be a new thing that they're going to go with. He's saying YSL rules the world. As the leader, he can make that assertion.
Now he the leader.
Doing a lot of explaining. Did you do any of that explaining in your sworn affidavit to the judge?
The sworn affidavit reads, Jeffrey Williams brags that YSL rules the world and has $24 million.
Oh my God.
And clearly,
My thing is, y'all ain't proved YSL had 2,400, let alone 24,000. Are they gonna coin the term 24M?
Like, come on, we can't make this up. And it's like Max was trying to help her, like have her redeem herself. She refused to do it. She refused to do it.
Wrong. Everything she does is right. That is scary as hell. And y'all had her in charge of people's lives where a reasonable doubt was not even the actual thing she had to go by. They were guilty because she said they were guilty. Like, she can. Hey, She cannot be real. He gave her every moment to let people see her as human and let people hear her say, you know what, had I known that's what he was talking about, okay, but I was just so far into my personal and self-induced anxiety attack from my own put together mess of all these screenshots that I didn't even step back, like anxiety and inside out too. You did not take a step back and look and see what you were doing, and you probably were wrong about that. You won't even say it's a possibility you could have been wrong. You looking at the actual pure evidence, listening to it again. He said front of the head. I didn't even catch that the last time. That's why I just said, like, he's saying front of the head. Then I heard him say, yeah, I had snort this coke and put 24 million in front of your head. Like, and you just refuse to say, I could have been wrong. I could have been wrong. They're not going to go back and undo these pleas. They should, but they're not going to go back and undo these pleas. They're not going to go back and undo what they did. They don't want to give him his property back. They don't want to undo anything you did. Just tell the truth, because she did right. He has $24 million. The second y'all thought that man had $24 million, he was no longer controllable, and y'all knew he could do whatever he wanted to do that cost up to $24 million, and y'all wanted to go grab him and get hands on that $24 million. That was it. Just tell the truth. But you can't say, if I would have known this at that time, I would have never wrote that.
She couldn't do it because I'm sorry. I just feel like she was under oath, and Sister Girl said, let me tell my truth. And her truth is, I don't give a damn what I saw. I'm gonna put two together and I'm gonna get 5. I believe that's what she meant. Nothing was going to change her mind. She firmly believes that Thug had $24 million that he wanted to put on people's head. Hey.
But you the one up here listening to these wiretaps when these fools said he's so stingy you can't even get gas money out of him. You think he's finna put 24 million on anything?
He's not doing it. I think. And to answer y'all question, someone did put in the chat that would be $960,000 $25 memberships. Okay, for him to have had that $24 million
for the $25.
That's a lot of networking.
But
$960,000.
I just want to know why she I got my headphones on. Hold on. I don't want to know why she continued to lie. She just lied so much. Like, first of all, you said that I didn't do that. And then when they publish it, it's in different font and it's circled. So why did you say you didn't do that? Well, I didn't say I didn't do that. That's what she kept doing the whole time. Like, I didn't say that. But you did say that.
Oh, Detective Hogan.
I didn't write it. I just circled it. Then she tried to say it wasn't a different font. Like, what? He can't see now? Like, what? He can't see now? Like, what are you talking about? Like, everybody in this trial, in one way or another, whether it was a witness, whether it was a co-conspirator, whether they had a plea agreement, everybody in some way, shape, or form has had to sit on that stand and eat their own words. Whether it was Woody watching his interrogation video, Zachary being questioned about even Hogan, did you do this? You didn't do that. Everybody has sat there and been under some sort of scrutiny from one side or the other of their own words. You the only one don't want to eat their own words. Woody ate his own words and you didn't?
Hold on, Miss J. Can Miss J's mods, my mods, Kayla mods tell us where the likes are right now? Because I'm looking at my chat. My chat has over 800 people. 800 people streaming, and I see 200 likes. Can we hit the X? Hit the X, like the live. It helps each one of our pages get into the algorithm so that more people can come and spend time with us. Amanda, can you tell me when your likes are about half and half, guys? Oh, Jen says she's late to the party. Jen, were you on Dad's live too? Because do we need to have a family meeting? Are you guys going to be in Dad's lives now?
Y'all,
are y'all going to be? Huh?
I want to change my moment.
Okay.
But I don't. I'm so discombobulated.
Can you text it? I'm about to say text it. It ain't crazy.
No. I was gonna say, did we already look at Doug in the watch? Was that last week?
Oh no, that was this week. I started to put that one too, but you said you wanted to do the agreement.
No,
I
no. We can do that.
Same thing.
I want to stay on topic. That would be completely off topic. Y'all, I'm exhausted. I am drained.
I didn't know you were flying back.
I am about to pass out.
Don't pass out on us, friends. We too far. We too far to be sending people.
Okay.
Ain't no reason for me and Dad live. Thank you, Mikhail. At least you stand loyal, Mikhail, because it looks like the girls are leaving me for Dad. And I hear y'all been over there cutting up in their man's lives.
Another moment that I really liked too was the let me see, the part about the Doug asking about the tattoos and the ESPN. Yeah, and the ESPN. And how did she get to be the person who decides when someone's tattoo is a gang tattoo? And when, because she specifically said, well, if a sorority girl has a star, it's different than if someone in the jail has a star. And I thought, like, who made you the deciding factor on when a tattoo means what?
That's what I said too. She had an answer for everything.
Yeah.
Her answer was one thing for everybody and another thing for YSL. Like, it couldn't be true for two things, couldn't be true at the same time. It could never be just the Star. It could never be just ESPN. Even if they said Yak got a football scholarship, the boy is sports. It could not mean the sports network. Okay, it could not mean that he thought he was going to be on ESPN one day because he's been running footballs his whole life. It couldn't mean none of that. She couldn't let him have it. That was the same day that I just played. It was just right before it. She did. Even Lil Wayne can have an ESPN sports.
Oh yeah,
sports
he can
one.
have one. He can have one.
Can you already got it up?
I'm gonna send y'all to what you call them, because you know I'm gonna have to drop down in 5 minutes. It's
tell me the timestamp.
6:42:13 on day 162.
Okay, I got it. Oh, Key, don't you worry, Key. They say you over there trained like Bart, your friend. What they mean by this?
It's another thing that was interesting to me is she's like an expert on everything. And when I knew that I was going to lose it is when Simone asked her about, have you ever had tint on your window?
Oh yeah, I said they pushing it.
She said you can roll it up and roll it. You can roll it down, roll it up real quick, and it won't do nothing.
And she said, have you ever done it? Well, actually, I have. I said,
the thing was, even when she said it, she said, yeah, I woke up the next morning, wrote it down, and wrote it up real quick when I remembered. And you talking about the next morning. Y'all said it wasn't 4 hours. It wasn't 5 hours from the boy getting the tent finished.
Yes, like what hasn't she done? I'm so mad. What hasn't? So she's a rap lyrics expert. Max kept saying, oh, so now you're a whatever expert. She's a rap
expert. She said she can eyeball the block. Said she owned plenty of them. They said, well, not that one. But I handled it at the dealer because I almost bought it.
And they taught us that at night training. We did a night training class.
Oh God! And the 40-minute classes were sending me. The 40-minute classes were sending me. Oh my. Okay, you said it's 6:42.
Yep, 6:42:13.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about that one with Lil Wayne, but then after that, when she said that mess about Future, I said, "Now what the?"
Doug, she said, "I've been seeing y'all on Twitter saying I stole that watch. Let me go ahead and shut this down." She got a little annoyed with Doug.
She did. She didn't like that. That watch makes her nervous. Anytime that watch comes up,
she can explain everything. She didn't rehearse that story so many times.
Well, I saw on Twitter they said she went and got her body done with the watch. I said, "Oh damn." I said, "Wait a minute." Okay, y'all.
Ms. Weinstein.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. As you know, I represent Mr. Kendra.
Yes, I do.
All right. Let me ask you a few questions. Excuse me. Permission to approach, Your Honor.
Doug wasn't gonna let it go.
I'm going to show you DK16. Do you recognize the individual in that picture?
I do.
Would you like to admit DK16 into evidence? Permission to publish?
Mel,
And-
I can't see myself with the comments.
Who do you
Change
see?
Dwayne Carter.
And Dwayne Carter.
I'm sorry, what was that, Kayla?
Change the layout. I can't see myself.
I don't know what you mean by change the. Oh, you mean hide this?
Okay, yeah. Or you could have changed the way we on the camera.
Oh, okay. I got what you.
Is also known as Little Wayne, right?
Yes.
Okay. In the image that is on the right side of the two photographs,
Yes,
you see his arm there, correct?
I do.
Do you see ESPN on his arm?
I do.
Did y'all want me to speed past the ESPN and go to the watch? I just noticed that.
No, you could play. I mean, you could play this part because I want to hear her say that part about the tattoo.
And
Tattoo expert.
what do you maintain that the ESPN, or do you know what the ESPN on his arm stands for?
On him, since he's not a member of YSL, I couldn't tell you what that stands for.
But he is not a member of YSL, correct?
Correct.
And yet he has ESPN on his arm.
Correct. Like I could have a star, Bloods could have a star. Different tattoos mean different things to different people.
So the ESPN on his arm could mean ESPN, the sports network, correct?
As not being a member of YSL, yes.
So if you're a member of YSL and you have ESPN on your arm, are you saying the only thing it could possibly mean is your interpretation of ESPN?
I'm going through it.
That's what I've seen it mean thus far with members of YSL.
And that's the only thing you believe it could mean?
As far as members of YSL, yes.
So the fact that my client was a football star at Grady. Okay. Do you know if my client played football at Grady?
I do now.
Do you know if my client got a scholarship to University of Georgia as a football player?
I do now.
I'm asking if she knows it.
Sustained. You can ask if she knows whether it's true or not.
Do you know if my client got a scholarship to the University
I've
of
heard
Georgia?
that.
You've heard that. Okay. And so would you find it surprising that someone that got a football scholarship to the University of Georgia might like ESPN, the network?
I mean, they could like it, but I don't know if I'm sure he likes other TV channels also that aren't tattooed on him.
So if it's tattooed on you, it must mean ESPN, that you're a member of YSL. You just said that Dwayne Carter has ESPN on his arm, but he's not a member of YSL.
Sustained.
You just said that ESPN on Lil Wayne is not a YSL insignia, correct?
Correct. Like I could say, you can see a college sorority girl with a star tattoo on her, right? And then you can go down to the prison and see members of blood gangs with 5-point stars tattooed on them. It's going to have, we look at everything on an individual basis. So I can't make that determination. When it comes to YSL members, when you see ESPN associated with a YSL member, I have not seen it mean of anything other than every slime play nasty.
And you said you could see a sorority girl with a star on her, correct?
Correct.
And you could see a University of Georgia football player with ESPN on their arm too, correct?
Correct, but they're both not members of a blood gang or YSL.
Okay.
I'm with Doug. Okay. I'm not finna go back and forth with you.
Mr. Kokomo, can I get you to come up? May I approach again, Your Honor?
May.
You got the DK15 video. Go ahead. Mr. Kochman was going to show you a video. I just want to know if you recognize that video.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I said I think the whole defense was tired of her. Everybody was sick of her this day.
I have people, defense attorneys, that have reached out to me, and they all are like, "I got her on trial in a couple weeks. I can't wait to get to her." Like,
Ooh, they can't.
Would you play a piece of that?
Can I stop for a second?
She showed her hand.
Is that going to show my face on camera?
And why she so
No, no, we're not going to.
Okay, I just
I'm
wanna
not
make-
going to. I'm not.
I just want to make sure.
I'm not going to show you.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
baby, her and those balloons all over Twitter. You can't, why are you so afraid now? They got you are all over Twitter in your swimsuit, everything. What is she so afraid? Why was she?
Do you recognize that video?
I do.
I'm not going to publish this video, but I'd like to introduce DK15 into evidence.
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's admitted.
Okay, now I'm going to show you a still from the video.
Sure.
Okay, do you recognize that?
I do.
And do you recognize the individual in that?
That is me. I do.
Okay, okay. I am going to introduce DK15A. And it's redacted. Are you okay with that redaction?
She does look like Snooki. One of the lawyers that are on.
All right, and that's a still from the video.
Yes, it's
Admitted.
DK15A. It's a still from the video, and it's been redacted to remove the image of Investigator Viverito.
Thank you. It's
Okay.
admitted.
Would you please publish DK15A?
but she was in the video with Woody. I'm
So confused.
Okay.
I don't get it either.
Who is in this still image from DK15?
That is me.
Okay. Do you recall when this was taken?
That was on March 9th of 2020. I'm sorry, May 9th of 2022
And where was it taken?
at 355 Allison Drive, Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30342.
And whose home was that at the time?
The home of Jeffrey Williams.
And where in the home are you?
Should be the master bedroom closet leading to the bathroom.
And in the video that you watched, which I'm not publishing again because it has your image on it.
Correct.
What are you doing at that point in the video?
We're inventorying the jewelry and items that are in the home.
Okay. And is this image that is taken that's part of your inventorying procedure in the home? Is that correct?
It's a documentation procedure, yes.
Okay. And do you recognize what you're holding in your hand in this still image?
I do.
And what are you holding in your hand?
A watch of some sort.
Okay. Do you know if do you recognize that as a Richard Mille watch?
I guess, yes.
And that's a pink watch, correct?
It's pink and either pink and light pink or pink and white, yes.
It's a pink band, correct?
Correct.
And it has a white ceramic, I'll call it the body of the watch.
White, or, yeah, I guess it's white if you say so, yes.
Okay. After you took this image
Mhm.
and you did this inventorying process, where did the watch go after this?
If you watch the video in its entirety, we're inventorying everything in the closet. There's a bunch of small boxes everywhere. So if you watch the video in its entirety, you take it and the watch is photographed like this, box is closed, it's taken and put up on the shelf in the upper left-hand corner, and the inventorying continues. And then jewelry starts getting packed up and getting ready for the evidence team to come and take it down to property.
Okay. Since November the 4th of this year, have you spoken to the state about this particular watch, the pink watch with the white band that I've been calling the Richard Mille or Richard Mille watch?
To the state, no, but I've seen the Twitter coverage of it going missing or whatever you want to.
Well, no, I mean, there's a camera in here. They know that it's being live streamed. You just are not supposed to be watching it.
Can I stop right here and say that we've seen so many moments where Paige has just literally refused to call a mistrial or anything. And when I saw this happen, I said she's not going to do it. Paige is, for her to say she's just not supposed to be watching it. Clearly, she's been watching it. Do you not follow Thugger Daily? He literally puts minute by minute damn near stamps from what's going on in trial. So even if she's not on Law and Crime Stream, she's getting the gist of what's happening in court daily from Twitter. Like my whole feed is YSL Twitter. And you learning what's going on. I don't understand why it was acceptable for her to be watching this case and nothing happened. She can, even if we assume she said it on the stand. I don't know how that was okay. So Kayla, ordinarily would that be okay, or should there have been something done about her and her testimony?
Well, I could be wrong. I gotta look this up. I hate to be wrong, but I think that as an expert witness, that she could have been watching it some kind of way, as long as she wasn't on the stand.
Okay.
I think that's why they had kept trying to get certain people as experts, because there's certain rules you can break, for lack of better words, as an expert witness. And I could be wrong. I'll look into that and I'll follow back up with y'all. But I do think the problem is her watching it while she was on the stand.
Okay. Got
which
it.
I don't think she ever stopped.
I don't think she ever stopped. I think she was tuned in every day.
Yeah.
If you were to look at her little burner accounts, each one of them probably have YSL. That's just, I firmly believe that.
Well, that's whose phone should be taken and searched.
So I know this is probably a stretch, but when everything was going down yesterday, I was just like, please add some dramatics and say, can we see your phone? I really wanted something like that to happen while she was on the stand. Like, let's see what she's been watching. What's her search history? I just really
baby, damn that phone. I want the computer. I want the laptop.
Yes.
If y'all gonna take somebody's laptop, take hers.
Oh my God. I really wanted to. I wanted to see like, what you say, Kayla?
That's whose records need to be subpoenaed.
I'm telling you, I really wanted that to happen, because I felt if they were to look at her phone right now, they'd see she's probably got 8 hours of watch time every day watching this trial.
And it's just so sad, because this trial is based off of the lies that she told the DA's office. This whole case is based off of the lies that her and some other people, I'm not going to name, but that completely, they did this together. And you can tell that it's like, and that's why it looks like it's try as we go, because y'all thought y'all had something y'all didn't have, because it seems to be that everything that Viverito says is the truth. If Viverito say it, it's the truth, when it's actually the complete opposite.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Well, a lot of these investigators, I'm like, man, sorry, y'all. I'm like, is somebody watching behind them? I do believe she's watching right now. And no one will ever make me think that she's all things YSL from here on out. This case will be good and over, and we'll be doing recaps, trying to see what happened, and Viverito gonna be right there. I told
y'all that one of her first main big cases was the 30 Deep case, and that conviction was just overturned about a couple months ago, and she was the lead detective on that case. And
damn.
I told y'all this months ago. I showed y'all it. Put the Google in, up 30 Deep overturn in Fulton County. You can watch it. You can see she was the lead investigator on that. They say he didn't get a fair trial.
I don't even know if he got a fair trial or not, and I'm going to say he didn't. But y'all been calling. My thing is, if you had to overturn everything, and what were they doing? Calling them a gang as well? So can they still keep claiming they're a gang if everything been overturned? Because they've been claiming they're a gang, and folks is affiliated with it all through this trial. So those folks didn't end up in that case either. They just pick and choose.
You see it, man? You on mute.
My bad. Hold on just a second. Let me share my screen. I did find it. And it's from 2007.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2007. My baby was born in 2005. Man. Okay.
Thrown out to murder convictions against an accused gang leader convicted of double murder. The murders happened in 2007. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie live at the Fulton County Courthouse in downtown Atlanta. Mark, the man talked to you in an exclusive jailhouse interview and said he knew that he would be cleared one day.
You know, roughly a decade and a half ago, the alleged street gang 30 Deep was one of the highest profile alleged gangs in Metro Atlanta. It's in the background of this story, but so is a judge's order vacating conviction for 2 murders.
Where our viewers can look at your face and hear your voice, did you kill Ronnie Pierce?
No, sir. I did not kill Ronnie Pierce.
How about Victor Hill, not the former sheriff, but another Victor Hill?
I have never killed nobody.
No, that's right.
Redding in the Fulton County Jail, where we're told he's awaiting trial for 2 2007 murders for the second time. Fulton County Deputy District Attorney Vince Fawcett.
Will the Fulton County DA's office retry George Redding for the 2 murders?
Yes, we will. And that trial will happen July 8th of this year.
His attorney, Manny Aurora, says Redding's back in Fulton County custody and not in state prison because of an order filed in Butts County in December, in which Judge Robert L. Mack Jr. granted Redding's petition for habeas corpus, ruling Redding was entitled to a new trial and his convictions from a 2011 trial for the 2007 murders are vacated.
As you sat in your cell, minute after minute, hour after hour, year after year, did you ever believe you'd hear the news you got from the habeas judge?
Yeah. I knew I was innocent, in my heart. God had already declared it, but I just had to withstand.
Getting a grant of a habeas corpus is one of the hardest things in the legal profession to do. It takes a lot of courage for a judge.
Aurora says his firm took on the case in 2021, long after Redding was sentenced to life and after unsuccessful appeals. He says Judge Mack basically found problems with a public defender's handling of the case. Aurora says another
Can y'all hear me?
No, it froze for me.
Oh, okay. I think it froze for me too. I was on another screen too. Sorry, y'all. I think it's done. And they also said I looked up his time. Oh no, it's not.
George Redding, then 21, was widely recognized as a leader of the Mechanicsville-based gang.
This is who they say Woody was with.
The leader of 30 Deep.
He's steadfastly denied that. Mr. Redding has steadfastly denied any gang involvement for the last 18 years.
George Redding will not face formal gang charges at his retrial, correct?
Not formal gang charges from the counts themselves, but we do anticipate gang-related evidence to come in to this trial in the form of motive evidence.
Aurora says he told his client before the interview not to discuss facts of the case and other aspects because of pending court action.
Even when it looked real dark, like I couldn't see no light, you know what I'm saying? I just continued to pray. I lost a lot over the year.
Now, I noticed 2 tattoos in particular on George Redding during our interview, a cross on his neck and what looked like a small 30 between his eyebrows, roughly. I asked Aurora if he thinks the 30 will be an issue before the jury. He said the government will make it an issue because of the gang called 30 Deep. Now, Prosecutor Fawcett said it's not uncommon for witnesses to recant. As for the man who claims he did one of the killings with which Redding is charged, Fawcett says the investigation does not corroborate that man's claims. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
Well, gang.
Okay, let me stop. So y'all looked. He didn't even hold up, y'all. I'm trying to stop it. He ended up pleading to, I believe, manslaughter, and he got 25 years with credit for nearly 18 years time served. So he never went to trial on this.
But like they said, it's hard to get a habeas corpus, so it had to be some problems.
Yeah, I don't know if he's out, y'all. I want to look that up. I don't know if he's out.
Go to Fulton County inmate search.
Okay, I'll look and see if he's out, guys. He reminded me of Young Boy.
Really?
I think it's probably his side profile. But yes. So yes, guys, it's just, I feel like you don't start to see something until you see it. You know, kind of like you get a blue car, now you see everybody with blue cars. You get a green car, you see everyone. So I feel like now that we've watched this trial, that we're going to just
He's out.
Be more focused. Oh, Kayla said he's out
of Fulton County. He was, so that means he must have been transferred to DOC. No process. Yeah, I don't see.
They said get Huey information for me. Go to the same website Miss Kayla's on. I don't know how to find their stuff.
He's out of Fulton, but I mean he might be in DOC. It says he's been out since August 20th.
Let me tell you, one thing your comment section gonna find is a man.
You know they're gonna find the man.
One thing they're gonna find is a man.
Miss J, don't credit me because I try to tell them to find some different type men. But clearly my girls like who they like. I try to talk to them, but they like who they like, child. But yeah, they said that's why we be on dad. That poor man, the fact that he can go live now, I hate to be in them lives, child. I'm gonna steer clear of them. They probably gonna cut up in them lives, okay? And Neat, can you tell Burna Boy I said let's get it together. This Saturday we have Maurice, so y'all tell y'all mamas come on to the live and send me some questions about Maurice. Miss J, Courtney said them spinners keep them going.
And see, that's why I be in the comment section hiding, laughing, because y'all they be cutting up. But I do want one question though. I do want y'all to ask Dad one question for me, just one. And that's, how did it feel to click that live button? The moment he knew he could click it and nobody was calling his name, he didn't have to worry about Ashley sending no more essays over the love and threatening her. He didn't have to worry about whether or not he was going to have to get up on that stage, or up on that stand, or nothing like that. How did he feel the moment he knew he could go live?
You know what I thought you was gonna ask?
Uh-oh.
What? You know what I thought you was? Y'all, what y'all think? I thought you was gonna say, I got one question for Dad. I want you to ask him what it looked like when he licked it a little. That's what I thought she was about to say.
I was just wondering because he's done, like, the case is done. Like, today we start hearing stuff about, deliberations and all that. I'm like, how did that feel when you looked up and said, for real? Like, y'all really not gonna call my name? Because he been living in fear for since about May?
Yeah.
Since about May, they've been threatening to call him.
I want to ask him that. I just want to ask him, like, what is he gonna do now? Like, this looks like it's behind him now. How does that feel? For all of them, how does that feel? This is over.
Seriously, that's somebody need to ask me how do it feel too. Cause child,
I was about to say I wasn't gonna ask you. I mean, I was gonna ask you, but I wasn't gonna ask you. You know me. I'm gonna wait till you say something.
Somebody needs to ask me. Oh, we're here, Kayla. How does it feel for this to be behind you now?
It ain't behind me yet.
It ain't behind it yet, but deliberations are here because I didn't ever think it was. I didn't ever think they would rest.
I feel some kind of way because I'm gonna be on a cruise. I leave on Monday. I don't come back till next Monday. I'm gonna miss closing arguments. I'm gonna miss everything.
I forgot you guys are leaving. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Kayla, I think that's a good question. Just how are you feeling mentally with everything?
I'm drained. I'm tired. Ain't that what Woody said? My blood pressure high. Everything he said, and now I know exactly how he feels. Y'all keep asking me the same
Okay.
thing.
Wait a minute. I got a question now. I got a question now. What did Woody say?
About what?
What about yesterday? Did he see that? He
No.
might not have saw it. He probably don't care to watch this as much as he had to come down to that courthouse and then come back about his sister. I would love to know what Woody would have had to say. Because Woody said he been right about everybody. He said Thorpe was a squirrel brain. He said he couldn't do anything with Gaither. He said that Miss V thinks she know everything.
Mhm.
He's been right. So for him to now know that Miss V then ran up on his friend, I would love to know how Woody feels about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. So someone in the comments said, "Tell them who Dad is." So if you're ever on my chats, we we call Duke Dad because he came to my live one night and it got a little X-rated in my live. So we started saying, "Hey," I told him, "You need to do Duke After Dark." So when you see people saying Dad, that's what that is. When you see them saying Mad, that just means messy ass Duke because he a little messy. And then when you see what's the other one, sad, spinning ass Duke. When you see lad, it's lying ass Duke. So it's just foolish stuff that we say for those of you in the chat. That's what y'all see.
I didn't ignore the question. I answered the question. I said it's not behind me yet. Oh, that's for you, Mel.
When y'all see ma'am, it's messy ass meal. That is what they talking about. They do too much. It's messy ass meal. But that's what they're for. And if you see it in the chat, it's probably somebody that's on my lives.
I think that the directed verdicts, they were pretty decent. I was very not unsatisfied. If that's a thing.
I was excited. I mean, I know for you it was different, but for me, I was excited because I started bugging people, and I wasn't about to bug you because I'm like, oh no, 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 this is a bit much. That's a bit much.
I'm in court all day today.
But I was just like, I wanted to know, like, how often does this happen? Like, what are they banking on getting from this? And they were like, every lawyer that I talked to was like, it's uncommon. It's so uncommon. It's so uncommon. So once I heard that, I didn't think anything would come of it. And then when I heard her start speaking and say the standard for it, like, oh, the standard is if you didn't ask for a bench trial, then I'm not the trier of fact. And I'm like, what they ask you for this shit for? Like, what are we doing? But when she came back and threw it, I said, then the extra commentary. She gave the extra commentary. Like, I'm not saying 2 and 49 got reason. When she went and purposely pulled out those unalivings, I said, okay. She wasn't talking to us. She was not talking to us. She was not talking to uh Doug, or she was talking to Fonnie. I feel like she was talking to that DA when she did that. She was talking to Fonnie. I'm not saying I am bound by the standard because this is not a bench trial. But let me tell you something. I am not saying y'all beat reasonable doubt. And when it comes to 2 and 49 of all 60 some odd charges, she picked those two. She was
It was
talking
her
to Fonnie.
saying, I'm going by the statute. I was like, oh, okay, Paige. She's letting them know whatever Mr. Floyd, because why was Mr. Floyd there? Mr. Floyd was so confused. I thought he was their expert. I could have been up there.
And it makes me, yeah, because from the conversations I had with people, it was that Floyd was gonna come in there. We were nervous about Floyd. He was gonna come in there and do this, but I mean, and then to know that Judge Whitaker has never done this trial, that's another a RICO trial. That's very interesting to me. I mean, you got to start somewhere. I mean, she hasn't been a judge that long, but
I admire the fact that she seems to actually be trying to take her time and actually understand what's going on. And like, well, no, we can't say that because this would mean this. So I admire, I appreciate, not admire, I can appreciate her doing that, especially, Judge Glanville done messed up so much. And she even said that today. Well, that was the prior court's ruling, and we've already seen that wasn't correct. And I said, oh, But you wouldn't say that when it was time for you to talk about his ex parte. So now you can throw shade at him.
Well, no, because I don't think she realized what she was getting into. And I think her complete tone has changed from the beginning, from when she started to now. I think that she is acclimated with what's going on. I think she has order in that courtroom. I think that it is. I remember there were days with Glanville where we would be looking at the long crime circle, just, are we having court today? Is everything okay? You know, what's going on? You cool? But you know, she's very consistent. She sticks to what she says. I think that she has been given a very hard task, and she's doing the best that she can. One thing I can respect about her, that I've always been able to respect about her, is that she cares about the law.
I could agree, Kayla. I feel like she does seem to be a student of the law, and she's trying to interpret it, trying to. Now, you know, she's made a few rulings that I'm like, girl. But I think overall, it hasn't been like it's been more on one side like it was before.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And when I figured out about her standard, where she had to look at everything basically in the light that Hilton was putting it out there today. And I said, for her to even say, even with me giving you every benefit of the doubt, as if you proved anything, you still didn't prove these three. And I said, if that was not, can you imagine doing your best work?
Your best.
You did your best work. You didn't put on all your granny outfits. You didn't change your hair. You didn't done everything you could do. And all
Hilton been pregnant for 183 months.
That lady's not pregnant. I think she's just probably eating honey buns instead of real food at night. That lady's not pregnant, y'all.
I didn't say that.
I know, not you. I'm saying the chats. They say it every day, almost every day. Is Hilton pregnant? I'm like, at this point, y'all, if she was, her stomach would be so much bigger. It's not. Like, we've all been there as women. You having an off moment. I think she just,
it's stress.
it's stress. She's probably stress eating. Y'all,
She's
the lady's
stress
not
eating.
pregnant. She is not. She's not pregnant at
I
all.
ain't been there.
And I was going to say, when she did that directed verdict, she said, I'm going to look at this in the most favorable aspect. Then we get to Miss Hilton saying, oh, well, this chopper was found in a basement underneath the couch. Who put it there? It was just Paige asking to see all of the pictures. They were in these hidden compartments. So I can appreciate her saying, if he doesn't live there, how would he? I mean, I wonder if that was her thinking. How would he have known to go look under here, go look under there? So and them trying to use the picture, oh, well, there's proof he was in the house. That doesn't mean he was around all of these items. So I'm so happy that Yak got the directed verdict on those charges, because they were a reach.
And I think that even it's like, you know, Judge Whitaker, she really has to quarterback, for the lack of better words, every decision, because like even with the what should we do? Should we do closing argument? But the thing is, you can't trust the state, because they'll say they might try to reopen the evidence. Knowing them, they don't found something. It's anything that can happen with them. So it's like, you want to believe that we'll be done on Friday. You want to believe we'll be done on Monday and be able to charge the jury. But it's like pulling teeth with them to have a normal day.
I tell you what, they reopen anything, and there are going to be some charges, and it's going to be on juror 56. It's going to lose it. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. They bet that if they take 5 hours with this closing, 56 going to lose it.
Oh, just wait till he get those jury instructions. Oh my! Wait till he get that book of jury instructions. Oh, he flipping the table over. Just wait.
All right,
I
y'all.
don't think he's gonna flip anything over. I think he's gonna find that wherever on the paper say not guilty, he's gonna sign that part and walk out.
That's what I think. I think they're gonna do that. I think that they're gonna be. It's just gonna be a fu to the state. Y'all ruined my life. People probably done got divorced, fired, sick, unsick. I mean, big to small, so much has changed in these people. People probably done got lost their house. Like, what happens if you get an eviction or something because you can't pay your rent? Like, what? I don't understand. So
My thing is, you gonna really start deliberations the day before Thanksgiving? Somebody gonna say, I ain't coming back.
yeah, no, they
I'm not
definitely
coming
gonna
back after
say,
my holiday.
how do I sign not guilty? Let them go home for the holidays. I think that is a win. I think that it is a win if they get that. They hungry. They want Thanksgiving food.
I said one of the women on that daggone panel said, "What, we're gonna be here all day Wednesday?" No, we not. I got to go clean my greens. I
I
got to
got
go get.
green.
I
Baby, I gotta go
I
get
got
that
stuff to
food
do.
right.
All kind of stuff.
We out of here. Y'all ready? I'm ready.
I agree. I
Like
agree.
somebody said, Kayla is trying to do. Look, I'm exhausted. I'm about to go to
Yes, we're
sleep.
gonna let you go. We're gonna let you get some rest, and we thank everybody for joining WTF Wednesdays. I am gonna go live after this, girl. I am gonna go live just to check in. I gotta watch. I have to watch the rest of the trial because I had some appointments today. I didn't watch everything. Get some rest, Kayla.
I'm looking at the chats that we all are in agreement. I just hope the jury is in agreement with us.
Me too. I always say we hope they're reasonable. I hope they are reasonable people.
It only take one, and 56 ain't gonna let me down. I just need to know where he gonna be interviewing first, because I need to be front row center.
I'm standing outside the room.
I hope the jurors reach out to their favorite content creators because I know they have one. And I hope I'm one of them, baby, because we are ready. We are ready. I just want to hear what was going through your mind. What was going I just can't wait. I hope I'm one of them, baby.
All right. See y'all next
See y'all later. Thank you.